Back here, it was a nice start to the week, but we are in for a couple of alert days over the next few days. Let's get those details from Greg.
Yeah, we certainly could use the precipitation as we go into our fire season, which is kind of in April and early May before things green up. And we've been dry this whole winter, especially snow cover. So we definitely could use this and help us out in a situation. But tomorrow, yeah, rain. And if you see in the background, you actually see some lightning strikes. Can't rule out some thunder that goes on for tomorrow evening. Won't be any type of severe thunderstorms, but as we get this strong system developing, just give you an idea how strong this is. So don't be afraid. You might actually see some lightning tomorrow night. But for the road conditions for this entire event, really, if you break it down, tomorrow it's going to be just wet roads, but there could be some standing water in a lot of low-lying areas, even roadways, given that it's going to come down at a very good clip Tuesday evening through about midnight. So something to keep in mind for roads and even low-lying areas. Wednesday, more slushy. The snow cover depends on where the transition occurs and the snow rate, but probably will get snow covered at some point during Wednesday morning, depending on location. Windy is the other story, so visibility will be dropping with any snow that does fall. We could see some blowing and drifting. It will take a little bit of time because it is heavy, wet snow. By the time we get to the evening, I think the main roads, because the snow will be ending, will be wet. I think some of the side roads more probably slushy. It will compact fairly quickly because it is wet snow, but the winds will be still going on during the evening. So that could push a little bit of snow back onto roads. That's why you could see more slushy spots just because of the drifting, although it won't be as impressive just because it is a little bit more heavier snowfall. But tomorrow as you wake up, once we get a little bit of shower activity in the morning, I think most of the rest of the afternoon, late morning to early afternoon, will be fairly dry. There will be a little bit of shower activity around the area, but I don't think we'll see too much in the way of widespread precipitation until we get to about 3 with an area just to the north of Eau Claire stretching across, and then this large expansive area with this low that's deepening to the south brings up light to moderate rainfall, and we're talking steady moderate rainfall probably for the evening commute. And by the time we get to 5 to 6, this whole entire area is spread, and some of this yellow, even orange, that indicates that there could be a potential thunderstorm within this line as it pushes up. Right there is probably impressive rain totals right there. You can see light, moderate to even heavy rainfall southwest Wisconsin. We're talking about 8 to 9 p.m. and then it continues to push up. The other thing to note, the transition line starts to sag south after about 9 p.m. Still some questions how quickly this will occur, but I think after about 10 to 11, that's when the transition will start occurring for Eau Claire, probably completely snow after midnight. La Crosse and further south, it's going to take probably until about 4 to 6 to start seeing a transition head for snow a little bit earlier as you go head west of the Mississippi. Then as we go through 8 to 8:30, I think areas southwest and east, that's where you could see a transition to snow at some point. So it's going to go from really moderate rainfall to moderate snowfall in a matter of minutes there. The snow continues through probably the early afternoon, but it'll start kind of tapering off. So by the time we get to the evening commute, I don't think we'll see much in the way of precipitation. It'll be winds, and actually we'll start seeing a little bit less cloud cover going on as the temperatures remain above freezing. Precipitation through tomorrow at about 4 p.m. Not a lot. Areas to the south, like Decorah, maybe up to a half. The rest of the area, a quarter, maybe a little bit more. Just depends on the situation that goes on. The rain tracker then going on for, this is really the heaviest amount of precipitation. We could see areas pick up an inch of rain between about 6 p.m. and midnight. That's why you could definitely see some ponding of water going on. Snow amounts to about midnight. Most of it is really probably after 10 p.m. You start picking up accumulation. Then most of the snowfall accumulation for most of the area will occur after about this time frame, and we're still looking at that 4 to 6, potentially a little bit more for most areas. And don't forget the wind. Wind gusts could be near 50 as we're going through Wednesday morning, early afternoon. Otherwise, quiet conditions Thursday and Friday. We'll see maybe a shower Friday. The weekend, as we turn the clocks forward, looks pretty decent, and we might be getting close to the mid-50s as we go to early next week. So definitely going to be a wet period, but we definitely could use the rain and in snow. It's March snow. It will melt.
Yes.
That's a good news.
Remember that, everybody.
Yes.
Thanks, Greg.